Hello, it is Tuesday, March 30th, 2021, and today we're going to be working some more on remaking asteroids in Unity, and I'm going to try to explain it in simple ways. And we'll see how well that works. Let me get all of this set up. So, Unity is being a pain and not closing. Okay, there we go. Also, let me turn on the camera. I do see your comment percentage guy. Give me just 1 minute. Okay, the camera is not cooperating as usual. Of course it's not. Using a different... There we go. Okay. The lighting is a little bit worse today, so that's kind of the issue. Anyway, so CS 1525, it's programming error. Yeah, that's okay. Unexpected symbol. I'm not sure where I've seen that, but I think that error looks familiar, but I'm not sure where I've seen it. And then there is a challenge for you: make something in Love 2D. So I've looked at Love. It's an interesting little thing. I might try to make something in it at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna be using Unity for the moment. Especially maybe I'll do it for a game jam or something. I'm trying to think of what upcoming game jams I might want to use it for. Does it, by chance, does Love compile to, like, mobile, by chance? So we've created our little asteroids game here. So we can turn around, and we can move a little bit. But we can't move while turning. That's like one of our constraints. So yeah, we can move around a little bit, and things do teleport from side to side. Whoops, let's go that way. Yeah. Yeah, if it could compile to mobile, I'd be a lot more interested in it. I don't know if it compiles at all. Well, I mean, it's got to do something. Like, it's got to prepare something, like, in an executable. I mean, it may not compile the C# code or the Lua code, but I mean, it does do something similar to compiling. But anyway, we have to, I mean, it basically, what it does is it creates like an executable that contains the interpreter, and it also contains the code. But what we need to do today is we need to get a couple things running. One, we need to get the death animation. We need to get the death condition set up. So when the player contacts an asteroid, they die. That's kind of important. We also need to make sure that the asteroids explode whenever they get hit by bullets. And we also probably want to add some particle effects at some point. And then maybe tomorrow we'll work on adding like music and stuff. So I do have an idea for like the CRT screen and the scan lines, but I do need to take a little bit more of a look at it. Basically what I want to do for that is we are rendering, so in order to actually pixelate everything, we're rendering it to a quad. So my thought is that we could just create like a model of a warped CRT sort of screen. You could create like a model of like a warped screen. It would be kind of like, just be kind of like a plane with the center kind of raised, and then you'd like smooth it. Yeah, well, you know. But yeah, so yeah, it'd be like kind of like a plane, but it'd be warped in the middle, and then we just render the screen onto that instead of onto this quad. And what that should do is that should make it so that it looks a little bit warped, but I actually need to make that model. And I think the scan lines will reinforce that whenever it's done. But yeah, we need to figure out how to make it so that the player dies when they contact the asteroid, or whenever, oh yeah, contacts an asteroid. So you mean like, you know, send them a message? Post-processing? Yeah, I could do that, but I don't know how to do the shaders for that. Like, I've done shaders before, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of trying to write shaders. Like, it's probably a lot more efficient to do it with a shader, but I'm just not a fan of it. Like, it definitely could be done. But what kind of colliders do we have? What kind of 2D colliders do we have? So we have circle box. Is it an no, it's not a composite, it's a polygon. Not shaders. I'm uncertain how you do it without shaders. But post-processing, really? Can Unity just do this? It has the curve effect built in? Oh, really? Okay. I'll have to look at that then. But I mean, if it's post-processing, that's got to be a shader, right? Like, it can't... I don't know how you could do it without a shader. But how would I get that post-processing package, then? Is it, like, is it an asset on the asset store, or what is it? Is it something that Unity provides? Actually, let's make these hitboxes a little bit generous. I'll make them a little bit more generous than they normally are, just because that's usually a thing that you do, and also because I like it. Make an easier version of asteroids rather than a lame version. Package manager. So is it a Unity package, or is it a Unity package, or is it something else? So we have a polygon collider there, and we want to go to this added component, and we say apply to prefab, because these other asteroids, they don't have the collider yet. But if we right-click on this, we say added component, and then apply, it'll apply it to the base, and it now gives it to all the others. And so we go into the ship. So polygon collider. But yeah, just tell me, is it a Unity thing? Of course it's a Unity package. Okay. Well, but I mean, is it provided by Unity, or is it something that somebody else made? Is it like a... Because like in the package manager you have the... Like, is it a Unity created package, or is it some just asset that somebody else made? That's my question. How did you get rid of these? Was it like Alt? Oh god, what were the controls? Hold Shift after clicking. Alt clicked pinned center. Don't know. Alright, well. Also, how do you... So one thing I don't remember is how you get rid of vertices in this view. It isn't like that. Nope, it's not like that either. How do you get rid of vertices? Oh my god, I'm trying Alt-click, Control-click, Shift-click, now. Oh my god, how do you get rid of vertices? Unity, Collider, remove vertices. Unable to delete vertices. Control left click on the line to delete them. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's very interesting. Oh, hey, Zaysha. Yes, it's a Unity made package. Okay, so I'll check it out in a minute. But how are you doing, Zaysha? It's good to see you. Control click and edge. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know why I was thinking that you could control click on a vertex itself. I guess that would make too much sense, right? I don't understand why would they design it that way? That's so weird. So derpy. Whatever. But okay, so go to this. So there's a post-processing package. What render pipeline are you using? I think I'm using like the standard one, not the universal one. Yeah, I think he uses the standard rendering pipeline, not the yeah, it's like I started with a 2D thing. I think it doesn't use the universal one. Do I need to be using the universal one to actually make this work? So it's the, oh god, what is it? It's the window. Yeah, I know it's window package manager. Then if it's Unity provided, that would mean that it's in the Unity registry. And it would be, not sprite shape, it would be Unity UI, Unity render. Oh, recorder, not render. Nah. Is it the new WITG post? The new ones come with post processing. Okay. Is it... Actually, what is it? Oh, post-processing, there we go. So is it just this? Let's see if that does what I think it does. Filters you can apply to cameras to improve the visuals. Okay. Compiling. Yeah, tell me if I'm doing the right thing, because I imagine this is the right thing, but I don't know. Okay, that's it. It's taking quite a bit of time. I'm glad that it does update the compile time. That at least tells you it's doing something. Okay. So I imagine if you apply it to a camera, it appears to be compiling something down here. If you apply it to a camera, is it a component? Post-processing, debug post-processing layer? Probably. Then that's the trigger, that's the layer. Okay, whoops. Toolkit. Interesting. Oh wow, okay. Is there... Extra frame, select all layer volumes. There's a bit of a setup, it uses volumes. Okay. So I would need to create, I assume the volume is like an asset? Assume the volume is an asset, right? That would just make sense. Docs explain things if you need. Is it... Okay, yeah, I should probably look at the docs. So Unity post-processing. Let me check that. Let me see if the post-processing itself has anything. It does not. Okay. So post-processing. Let's check this out. Okay, so built in, so it uses both. Image occlusion, bloom, channel mixer, chromatic aberration, color curves, color adjustments, fog grain. Oh wow, that's amazing. Vignette, okay, white balance. Right, universal. So what is the actual thing that I'm looking for to make like a warped kind of screen? 'Cause I'm not entirely sure. Probably not fog. Is it depth of... Oh, is it lens distortion? It must be lens distortion, right? Must be it. So it uses the volume framework. Add override. The scene, select a game object that contains it. Contains a volume component. So the volume is a component. Okay, interesting. So you add override post-processing, lens distortion. Okay. So I believe that would mean that we need to add a volume. I don't know if they have a distortion one. Okay. That's post-processing layer, this is post-processing volume. What else do we need here? This is a profile. No. No. This volume is global. No. Wait. Okay. New profile. Add effect. Unity. Lens distortion. Okay. So that would be on. All right. So, do we need a post-processing layer or not? That's the part that I don't really understand. So we add the lens distortion. This is the volume framework. So to enable and modify, we must add lens distortion override to a volume. In the inspector, navigate to add override, post processing. URP applies that. So I don't think that that's really doing anything, or nothing notable. This is the lens distortion, yes, yes. Clarity is 0. So that's an override, okay. There must be something that I need to do with this, right? Is it? No, okay. That one does barrel distortion. Does this actually do anything? I'm just curious. I don't actually see anything being distorted. So check the sliders and mess them. So the thing is that the sliders are, camera needs to be on the same layer as the volume is set to. So camera needs to be on the same layer as the volume is set to. So, okay. So if I put this on the default layer, do not use everything or default, okay. And the volume blending, put them on their own dedicated layer for best performance. Okay. Sure, we'll put you on the pixelated layer. And put you on that layer. And not that layer. Okay. Click is global on the volume? Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect from this, so that's part of the issue. This is weight. It needs to be on the same layer as the volume is set to. So the volume is now set to that layer, the camera's on that layer. And then there's no mode. Stop NAND propagation. Directly to camera target? No. Okay. Oh, I see. You have to click these things. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay, I got it now. Oh, that's really weird. If you enable the sliders, okay. Oh, that's really cool. So we can keep everything like super tight. And we can, oh, interesting, okay. Oh, that's really weird. So we can really warp the screen if we want to. Okay. Center that. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. Let's scale it down a little bit though. Yeah, so you can really like mess with this. Oh, that's cool. that's a little much, but that's cool. Oh wow, I didn't know Unity had this as like a default. Yeah, there's a lot of clipping, so. Okay, can we mess with this? Surely we can mess with this here, right? Yeah, alright. So if we set the intensity to like 20. The problem is that it's hard to see. It gets weird near the edges. Yeah, near the edges it gets hard to see. Can I just reset that? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. So really it's just the intensity at like 5? No. The problem is you can't see it until it gets... Yeah, the problem is you can't really see it. Like if I keep it here, I can't really see it, but when you can see it, it really starts to bend the edges. I mean, I guess we have like the scan lines running. I guess that would probably do it. Well, no, that doesn't bend though. That's weird. All right, hang on. If we set this to 10, can we see it then? No. I have to set it to like 20. It only seems to appear at the edges. Like, it's weird that it's not affecting that. Why is it not affecting that? You know, you don't need to be on that layer. So wait, you're on the default layer. Yeah, you're on that layer. So now this isn't being affected, at least not the way that I'd want. I mean, you can see the you can see it right there, but you can't see it near the middle of the screen. That's weird. Is it like, am I crazy, or shouldn't the effect be most pronounced near the middle? Or am I just crazy for thinking that? I might just be crazy. But like, I would imagine the effect would be most pronounced near the middle instead of near the edges. So if we downscale this, what happens? Oh, that's a little odd. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's we can now see the universe. That's quite interesting. Why would you want it in the middle? That makes no sense. Well, I mean, I'd want it in the middle just so that it's visible. I mean, it really doesn't make any sense to have it at all, right? Oh my god, I've got LSD. So if we can like just tilt the screen a little bit, a little inconvenient. I bet if you animated this, you could do like some really trippy stuff with this. Alright, so let's just get rid of all that. We can probably downscale it a little. No, we don't want to downscale that at all. Now, actually, if we scale this up to 1.1, then I think if we say this is like 30, yeah, because I think what'll happen, should keep in mind with post-processing, it can really help you. Yeah, no kidding. Like, thank you for telling me about this, because like I really, like visuals are something that I really, really struggle with in games. Yeah, bloom death, stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. Trying to think 1.05. So this will just keep it, the reason I want to do this is just so that it'll keep it from behaving kind of weird at the edges. But yeah, I think now, like the scan lines, yeah, okay, I think they're a little bit better to, they make more sense. Okay, so what I probably need to do, grab, copy the settings, and then, oh, they don't change, okay, that's good. So yeah, we do need to change the UI a little bit. Try adding a tiny bit of bloom to make it less flat. Will that, I'm not sure what bloom will do, but yeah, we'll mess with it. Let me just fix the canvas so that the actual score is on the screen. People can actually see it. And is this not centered? I thought this was. This is centered in both directions. Okay, I guess it is centered, right? Right, let's see what happens when we add bloom to this. Let's add bloom. And that will do intensity 1. I'm not sure what that did. Oh, that's what it does. Okay, so it makes it kind of glowy. So we could probably animate the bloom so that it kind of trips between two different things. Okay. Threshold? Oh, probably needs intensity before it'll actually do anything. Sure, what does that look like? Nothing. Okay, interesting. Threshold at 0. Oh, that's a little bright. It's a little bright. Huh. Okay. Let's not set a threshold. Interesting. Tiny bit of bloom can make things less flat. Yeah. If I said like 3, because I can't really see it until it gets to like 10 or something. Well, no, I can actually see it now, but So is there any reason that it doesn't seem to be affecting Really like the bloom, yeah. Is there some reason that it's not affecting these asteroids? Or if it is, I can't, my brain can't process it, but I can't tell if it is. It doesn't look like it is, though. Looks like it's just affecting things that are white. Keep it at 10, looks kind of neat. Okay. I think 10 might be a little much, though. Like, it does glow, but I prefer the asteroids glow as well. And they don't. Is there a way that I can make them glow? Also. Oh, this is an RGB. Wait, can I make this glow in, like, blue? Ooh, that's... Yeah, the asteroids don't seem to be affected by it. Yeah, because it's affecting brighter things more. Ah, okay. Is there a way to change that? Anamorphic. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Diffusion. So that just causes it to be... I think that's what the threshold is for. Oh, okay. Let's set this to 0. Oh, whoops. What was that at? Before I messed with it, is it 7? Yeah, it's at 7, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. That's a bit much. It's a little bit... Oh, that's very interesting. You can go past or white with a second material. Okay. This also seems to do roughly what I'd want. Maybe a little bit closer to like 8 or something. It's a bit much though. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted, like the ship, it seems like it's a bit much. I'm trying to see if I can get it a little bit lower. Maybe like 7. The ship just seems really bright there. I think 6 is probably the way to go. Alright. Ooh, I like that. I think that's really neat. Yeah, shiny. I like how we've been messing with this for like, you know, almost 2 hours. No, 2.5 hours total. Almost 3. And we don't even have like the asteroids being destroyed yet. That's funny. But I do like the way it looks. It's really good. Plus, I think when we add the particle effects, it's going to look really, really nice. But yeah, I like that. It's kind of, the screen is kind of bent. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I'll definitely have to keep this post-processing stuff in mind for future games because this will definitely... Also, chromatic something makes the edges have shifted colors. Chromatic aberration? How many effects can we add to one camera before it crashes? Let's find out. It's gonna be like a game of asteroids that uses like 90% of your CPU. I mean, I assume it's chromatic aberration. Whoa, that's weird. Look at how trippy that looks. It's like asteroids on LSD. That's amazing. But you can't see it until it gets to like 0.3. I can put it on fast mode. Oh, that's interesting. Spectral light. Okay, sure. Yeah, chromatic aberration. Okay. You can barely see it there, but if you go here, it's too much. Yeah, acid droids. That's what we're calling it. Acid droids. Oh god. It really is like an acid trip to some degree. But you can't see it there. That's unfortunate. Put it at 0.1, then it should only affect the edges. It should only affect the edges. Okay. I don't see it. Am I crazy? I don't see it at all. What's the difference between 0 and then 0.1? Yeah, I don't see it. I only see it whenever it's like right here. Oh, I see. It only affects the edges. Okay. Like the edges there. Okay, I see. It's not targeting each object. It's targeting the edges of the screen. Okay. Yeah, 0.1, I just can't, like, I can't see it. Like, I can see it at maybe 0.15? That might be subtle. Okay, it's subtle enough, but I think 0.2, because you can actually start to see it. Maybe it's like 0.175? Because you can definitely see it here. The problem is you can't see it. Yeah, you can't really see it. Like, it seems to have a circular kind of radius, where it affects too much down here, and then it affects not enough. Like, I'd prefer it to start being visible there. I see. 0.15. I'll keep it at 0.15 because I can just barely see it there. Yeah, I can see it there. Okay. I think 0.15 is like the best place to go with it. Okay. What happens to the ship whenever it gets to the edges? I'm curious. Oh wow, it looks really trippy. That's an effect in camera lenses. It only happens around the edges. Oh, right. Oh, that's an effect in camera lenses. Okay. So it uses like an actual sort of camera lens kind of model for the actual for the in-game camera. Because like I think I know what you mean. Like in the camera lens, since the camera lens is round. Now if you made the game light theme, it would. If you made the game light theme, what do you mean by light theme? You mean just invert the colors? Have the background be like solid? Well, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by light theme. I mean, we can have like the asteroids in the player actually like, you know, pulse different colors. I think that would be really funny. I think we have to do that, right? Just make everything pulse like different colors. I think you could do that. I want to keep the asteroids at some kind of color offset to the player, but I think you could definitely do that. I'm trying to think of how to do that. Okay, let's actually do that because I think what we can do. Yeah. I mean, we can mess with that a bit later, but I think having the background be light, I think it's too much. Right, same for lens distortion. Oh yeah, okay, screw regular asteroids. I mean, I was trying to remake asteroids, but I don't know, I think this is far more interesting. All right, what I want to do though is I want to add the color thing and see what will happen. And we can always get rid of it if we don't like it. So what I want to do is I want to have a public, let's say, color, and then this will be the actual color. And so what we'll do is we'll have the game manager like just lerp between random colors, and we'll just have the asteroids and everything. And we'll just we'll just have the asteroids and everything copy that color. So trying to think of how to do this. So protected float, and then this will be the color lerp end, and then we'll have a protected target color, which will be the target color. And then on update, what we'll do is we'll say if time.time is greater than the color lerp end, then we'll need to choose a new color. So the target color will be a new color, and it will be, the alpha will be 1.0, so I have a random.range, and then we'll have this between, trying to think, we'll have this between 0.5, or no, we'll have it between 0, no, because we wanted to have some color, so we'll have it between 0.6, 0.2 and 0.6. That way we'll have some color, but we'll also be able to add the color from the asteroids, or whatever like the base color of the object is. That way the asteroids can be a little bit different from the player, but they'll still have a similar sort of color. And the point too just makes it so that it's guaranteed to have some color. It's not, basically it's not guaranteed to be completely white, and it will never end up being completely black. So that way it's just always guaranteed to have some kind of interesting color to it. I think that'll be fine. And then the color lerp end will be time.time plus random.range from, let's say, every 1 to, what is the difference between update and fixed update? So update and fixed update, for the most part, there's very little difference. The fixed update runs between the, is for the physics engine. So like update can run I think it can run up to the frame rate, or maybe it can run a little bit more. So for instance, every second you have no idea how many updates you'll get. It could be somewhere between 1 or 60, depending on the frame rate, or 120. Whereas fixed update, the physics engine guarantees that it'll run X number of times per second. So like so if you have a fixed update rate set to 50, you'll get 50 physics frames for every 1 second. And so that's sort of the difference. It's like, if you know like how Minecraft works, it's kind of like ticks. It's a similar concept. But that's really what it's for. And so if you're doing like physics stuff, you want to make sure that that's in your fixed update. Otherwise, you get this kind of jittery looking thing. So otherwise, what we want to do is we say that the color, not target color, but the actual color is equal to the, I think it's color.lerp between the current color and then the target color by, no, it's not this, it's the protected float, or not float, but protected color, start color. So we'll say that the start color is equal to color. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll lerp between the start color and the target color, and then this will be, what is it? Ooh, it's, I think it's 1 minus the color, it's 1 minus color lerp end, color lerp end minus time.time over the duration. Is that right? I think that's right. Say protected float duration. And then duration will be equal to this. It's probably a much easier way to do this now that I think about it. But yeah, it'll be over the duration. So the end will be this plus that over the duration, which is the end minus the current, which is how much time we have left over the duration. No, that's not right. Hey, how's it going, W? We're making a very trippy version of asteroids. Zaysha and Percentage Guy convinced me to mess with the post-processing package. So, yeah. Ended up making a very trippy version of asteroids. And so now what we're working on is we're trying to make it so that the player and the asteroids basically change color throughout the entirety of the game. They kind of like lurk between one color and another continually. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting once it actually works. And then we're going to add particle effects and all sorts of crazy stuff. Yeah, super trippy. And I think we're going to call it Acid Droids. I think that was the name. So this is wrong. I'm not sure why it's wrong, but I know that it's wrong. Oh wait, no, it's... I can't think. I know that we want to lerp by a certain amount. Can you just get the difference between colors? Is that a thing you can do? Like, can I just do start color minus end color? Or not minus end color, but minus target color? Is that a thing? Or is that undefined? That's defined. I don't know what that would refer to. I don't know what would happen there. Interesting. Okay. So we have the duration. We have the end minus the... I think this is right. No, because we want this to go towards 1. No, we want this to go towards 0. So 0 over the duration would end up being 0. So the end, yes, this would go towards 0. Or yeah, this would go towards, this goes towards 0, that goes towards 0. So if this goes towards 0, then this starting at 1, yeah, okay, this would work actually, because this would start at 1 and go to 0, which would mean that this starts at, no, this would, yes, okay, this would start at 1 and go to 0. That means that this would start at 0 and go to 1. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, this is the kind of content I followed for. No, that's what I aimed for. I hope it works. Okay. So we have this, and then all we need to do is we need to make a, let's say, color copy component. So this will copy the color from the game manager. So we'll say in private void update, we will have a protected sprite renderer. Then in awake, we'll have the renderer is equal to get component sprite renderer renderer. There we go. Then we will have the renderer.color is equal to GameManager.instance.color. Should make a Discord server. So I'm kind of holding off. Yeah, I'm kind of holding off on the Discord server until there's like a critical mass of followers, because otherwise, if you do it too early, people just get bored and then nothing happens. So I'm trying to avoid that. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about a Discord server at some point. So there's this. Let's add the color copy component. So this should not work because that's not where the sprite renderer is. It's in here. Let's make the color copy component. So what this should do is this should copy the color from the game manager. And we probably want the alpha to be full, and we'll just make that to be white as the default. So let's see what happens with the actual player. It turns invisible. That's cool. Why is that? Stealth asteroids. No, really, what just happened? Why did that happen? That's the color. That's not working. Okay. What happened? Managed to break something. Time.time greater than color lerp end. That should happen immediately. Oh yes, you're invisible. The asteroids will never find us. Fortunately, that's not how that works, but you know. So this is that, yeah. Target color is equal to that. Equal to that. Yeah. What exactly is happening with the game manager? So that's interesting. The target color is changing, but the actual color itself is not. I mean, it's sort of doing what we want. Yeah, why is the target color not changing? That's real weird. Start color itself is also not changing. Start color should be equal to color, which should be equal to that. It should be getting copied. And it's definitely changing. The start color and the target color. That's very interesting. So, okay. Kind of confused. The fuck is wrong with code droids? Yeah, really. No, really. What am I doing wrong here? Because we're definitely setting start color to be color, and then in here we're doing it again. So why is start color not getting updated to be color? That's what I don't understand. Okay. Sure, how about we just do... we just do this, right? Surely that should work. Okay. Oh, why did color get set to that? What happened there? I mean, I can tell you, but I have -1 IQ. Yeah. So why did color get reset there? That's weird. Surely that should work. Yeah, I mean, it should, right? So this is start color is equal to color. What am I doing wrong? Is it the case that this is happening, but that can't work? No. Try initiating start color as white. That could work. Yeah, that's true. Equals color.white. I'm very confused. Alright, let's try that. No, it's just determined to make us invisible. That's very strange. Why is that happening? Not start color, color. But yeah, we have... Oh, okay, the start color. Alright, equals color.white. But it should be... But one should be copying from the other. Why wouldn't it be? That's so weird. Okay, surely something... It's just determined to make that... Why? Why is it doing that? That's so weird. Because, like... No, like, start color is equal to color. Like, surely this should happen, right? Debug.break. Like, is Unity just broken, or am I just stupid? Or is it both? Okay. So this will break immediately. And this gets set. Why does this happen? Because we're breaking right here, okay? So start color should be set. What does the lerp return? The lerp, that's a good question. I really do think that this is just a bug in Unity. Because I mean, like right here, like I know what you're saying with the lerp, like maybe this is evaluating to false for the first time and then this is getting returned. But this is in awake, right? Well, yeah, but I mean, I could probably do a breakpoint, but this is like the same as a breakpoint, right? It's a debug break. So it just pauses right after that frame, right? And so what happened was start color just got copied into color. I'll do the breakpoints in just a second. Start color just copied color. But here's the thing, color just changed. But like, why? Also, this is missing. What's missing? I don't know what's missing. Did you set the alpha? Yeah, I set the alpha. So like color right here, the alpha is like that would be with no alpha, that's with alpha. So am I just crazy? Surely this is okay. So let me think about this. All right. So I have color that's completely white. I have start color that's completely black. In the actual code, we go through awake. If there's an instance, we destroy ourselves and return. That shouldn't apply to this. So the start color gets a copy of color. This is before update runs, so none of this could be causing an issue. Therefore, since start color is being set equal to color, what should happen is start color should change to white. But if we run it, now that happens and that Why? I'm very confused as to why that's happening. That's so weird. Oh my god, alright. Is it just not being serialized? Do I need to just serialize this, like, intentionally? Target color is also broke somehow. Do I just need to serialize this? Is Unity... So I think the target color actually, humorously enough, I think the target color actually works. So if we look at it, you can see the target color changes, like that's working correctly. It's just these two that are legitimately broken, I think. Like I don't see... I'm very curious as to how this is actually working, like what's actually happening here. Because I don't see... I think this is just a Unity inspector bug, maybe? I mean, let me try it with breakpoints and see what we get, but I think this is, I think the actual, like, I think Unity is actually just broken here. So what is it? Is it start debugging? Yeah, I agree. The target color should be more neon. So is it, I think it's start debugging, right? And you make it ready? And then enable debugging for now. And then we run, right? And then it will break. Or maybe it won't. Oh, it has to recompile, right? Okay. Okay, so start color is that, and then that color is that. Okay. And so now what if we set a breakpoint right here? And we continue. So given that the start color is 0, 0, 0, well, why break if it's already broken? Yeah, that's a good point. Well, maybe it works like Boolean values. If you break something that's already broken, it fixes it. Maybe that's how it works. It's like true, false, right? You just say like, you know, broken is equal to not broken, right? Therefore, now it's fixed. I think that's how it works. Okay, so right, start color. So the result of this assignment should be that the actual color, that start color gets copied to 1.0, and so the value of color afterwards should be that. And it is. However, application.enter play mode. Huh. So now it works there. Interesting. I'm very interested in why this is not working. So start color is equal to color, okay. So if we go to here, and we continue, why did it not get to there? So the color is now not a number, not a number, not a number. So is this lerp not working? But the target color, so why is the target color? Oh, okay. That's interesting. So target color, wait, how's target color 0, 0, 0? That's weird. How's that a thing? So now you go here. Now you actually have a value. So it can lerp from not a number to... But why is this... I'm just very confused as to why color is getting... I guess the lerp is getting triggered there? That's really weird. So duration... Oh, because this is running. That's very weird. So it looks like... Okay, I think I know what's happening. So I think what's happening is the update is running. In lieu, you just do color less than that, color less than that, color less than that. And it would and it should probably not work, but you know. So I think what's happening is... okay. What's happening is I'm just an idiot. As usual. So what we need to do... Yep, so it turns out that when time is 0, since color lerp end is 0, it turns out that 0 is not greater than 0. So, you know, okay, I think I know what's happening. We just need to do this. That's the issue. What we need is we need this. And we need to put that in there, and then put that there, then correct that. What's happening is I'm just an idiot. Yep. Yep. Okay. I know what I'm doing wrong. This shouldn't go there. What is it now complaining about? Okay. Yeah, I think everything's fine. Brackets are a little misaligned, but yeah, that's what we needed to do, I think. I think now it'll work. Let's undo that. Hey, there we go. Aha. Now it's warping. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, the colors need to be more neon. Now I need to figure out how to actually guarantee that they're neon, and I don't know how to do that. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta figure out how to make them neon now. Brighter colors, yeah. How do you guarantee that something is neon? I think what you would do... is there any nice way to convert like a vector 3 into a color? It's RGB and A, okay. So let me think about this. How would we do this? Random range, something like 0.7. So the problem with doing that is that, so the issue with doing that is that because it's like a pretty low chance that it'll actually be white. So the issue is that they don't necessarily need to have higher values. Since it's RGBA, they need to be, like, let me try to find an RGBA thing. Because there's neon colors at the lower spectrum. Basically what you don't want is you don't want them to be the same. Because the problem is that if they're the same, even if they're higher values, they can still be like gray. But like you see, this has a very low blue, but it's still pretty bright. You could use HSV. Is there a way to use HSV in colors? So these are RGBA, but can you do like color.hsv? Oh, HSV to RGBA, hello. That's nice to know about. So yeah, we just make sure that it has a low or high saturation, right? And the hue can be completely random. High saturation and high value, right? That's how it works? Yeah, I didn't know that you could do HSV to RGBA. That's clever. Okay. Thank you for telling me about that. I assume this doesn't have an alpha value, so that's good. So the HSV, this can be 0 to 1, I assume.
since this is the hue, saturation needs to be a little bit higher. So we'll say 0.7 to 0.1, no, 0.5 to 0.1. And then, yeah, well, I knew that HSV existed, but I didn't know you could do it in Unity. And so I was like, okay, we have to do some crazy stuff to actually make that work. I should have tried more color stuff. I mean, that's kind of why I looked at the constructors, is because I was like, you know, maybe it's a thing. But we want also the value to be kind of high. Maybe we'll say 0.7 to 0.1, and I think this should generate more neon colors. We might just need a much higher values and just have the saturation vary a little bit more. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, those are much brighter. That's a little bit too, well, actually no, I think it's kind of fine. Yeah, it smoothly lerps between a bunch of different colors. I love that. All right. What do we think? Is that bright enough, you think? I think it is. But I'm curious how we can make the asteroids, so we could make the asteroids do the same thing, right? So we could go to asteroids, the graphics, let's add, whoops, let's get rid of all this. Let's add a color copy component, and then let's apply that to all the asteroids. Then we go into, let's say, prefabs, into the bullet. Every asteroid with a random color. Oh god, that's too much. I think that's too much. Color. What I wanted to do is I wanted to have the asteroids be a little bit offset. Thank you, Zaysha. Yeah, I think it looks good as well. But now everything should copy it. Oh my god, that's amazing. Even the bullets too, I love that. Yeah, that's super trippy. It ain't too much. Every asteroid with a random color. I mean, I could see them both. I could see the player and the asteroids having different random colors. But true acid droids, to experience random color. I mean, we want the game to still be playable. I mean, I could imagine like every bullet having a random color. It'd be a little bit much. Yeah, I mean, maybe having the player and the asteroids have different colors is probably not too bad. But I don't know, I think the shapes might actually be enough to just make it work. Like, I mean, the original asteroids was like monochrome, right? But we could also change the, actually, let's do something really trippy really quick. Let's say 0.5 to 0.1. Let's see how fast we can make it change colors, actually. It's gonna be super trippy. Yep, I kind of like this more, actually. Actually, wait, let's make it, yeah, fast colors experience. Let's say 0.1 to 0.5. Let's see how quickly we can make it. I don't know, flashing lights warning, I guess? Okay, maybe a little bit, maybe that's a little bit much. Yeah, that's a little bit much. Let's say, I don't know, 0.4 to 0.7. 0.45 to 0.7. That's probably a little bit better. Apply some randomness to the curve effect to make it screen warp. Apply some randomness to the color effect to make the screen warp. Oh my god. Alright, we can try to do that in a minute. Do you think Zaysha, you think the faster colors are, like the really fast ones are perfect? Yeah, I think this is a good balance. That way it's not too flashy. Yeah, I kind of like that. But yeah, we'll apply, so you're thinking like 0.1 to 0.2, okay. I'm gonna say 0.1, I think 0.15 to, well, 0.1 to 0.2 Faster ones made my eyes hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that too fast it'll. Afraid that if it's too fast, it's too dangerous. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's a little much. I'm gonna say 0.25 to maybe 0.5. That way, there's kind of like a good range in there. Well, actually, that might be too quick as well. I think 0.3 to 0.6 might be fine. That way it's like an average of 2 colors per second, which seems really fast. Oh, you think, I think that, I don't know, I think 0.1 to 0.2 is actually, for me, it actually hurts my eyes. I think this is probably okay. Yeah, I think this is probably fine. Yeah, acid speed droids. Yeah, it really does feel like playing asteroids on acid. That's gonna have to be like the tagline. It's like, oh, you can't afford acid? Alright, well, we'll just bring the acid to you. Yeah, I will work in a second. So we're thinking like applying... Wait, wasn't this a stream about making shooting? Well, I mean, you know. We made... It shoots, it's fine. We made the bullets change colors, that's progress. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to change the... What was it? Is it the lens distortion or is it the bloom? Actually, we could change the bloom a little bit too. We could like, make the... Well, actually that doesn't change much. Make like the bloom go like just crazy. Oh god, that really hurts. Make the threshold go a little bit. Oh god, no, that's not good. Let's not do that. The diffusion could change. That might be a little bit much though. Not diffusion changing, chromatic aberration. That looks weird. We could have that happen like whenever you're changing levels or something. Just have the chromatic aberration go crazy. Could give each level a time limit and then have the chromatic aberration like change a little bit more depending on how close to the end you are. That'd be kind of neat. Could have the intensity of the lens distortion change a little bit. That seems a little strange. Trying to think of how that would do. That's a little bit much. Scale. That really doesn't do that much. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe have the threshold move a little bit. And I think that's just too much because the threshold, like, it sort of changes by proxy because the color changes. Randomize slow lens distortion to make the screen slow. Randomized lens distortion. Slow randomized lens. So I mean, we could randomize like some parts of these. Like we could make this warp between. We can make the X and the Y warp between. Well, actually, what does this do? It doesn't seem to do anything. Like I see that it changes it a little bit, but not that much. I mean, you'd really have to just be. Could make it warp like that, according to like a sine wave or something. And we could have the scale change a little bit too. So I think that's what we'll do. I wonder if this will run through a Unity animator. I imagine that it does. No. What should change? So I'm thinking the center in the X. I'm thinking changing the 0.7 for the bloom or for the threshold. Or what's 0.7? Center X, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is center X and center Y on Perlin noise or something. Maybe not even Perlin noise, maybe just like a sine wave or something. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We just modify the X and the Y and maybe even put the scale on Perlin noise or something. But yeah, we'll just apply like Perlin noise to all those. And then, yeah, something like that. Oh, sine wave is boring. Yeah, I guess so.
But okay, yeah, whenever white noise, no, that's a little too much. I think the Perlin noise is probably better because you'll get like a smooth lerp between the two. It's a good old noise. Yeah, I think Perlin noise is probably fine. So we'll try that. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break and we'll try that when I get back. Because I do want to see, I want to see how you would animate these. Or not animate, but I want to see how you would modify these because I don't actually know how you would. I mean, you'd have to mess with the post-processing volume as like a component, right? So yeah, we'll have to check that out. But yeah, I'll put center X and center Y on Perlin noise. But yeah, I'll be back in like 5 minutes and we'll check that out. Alright, and I am back. So, let us work on this a little bit more. So what I want to do are, Perlin noise, center X and center Y. Yeah, I agree. We'll just have Perlin noise on those and we can see what we can do with that. And then maybe we'll actually make some shooting, or maybe we'll just mess with some other effect for the next 40 minutes. Anyway, yeah, the fast colors actually made me slightly dizzy. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about, is I don't want people getting dizzy. It's a little bit much. But yeah, I think it's actually okay. I think the 2 colors per second is actually okay. Maybe we'll add like an option or something to change the color speed, the color lerp speed. That'd probably be nice. That way people who don't care about their eyes can just have it lerp for, 10 times a second or something. And everyone else can just be sane, and yeah. Probably make options for the different effects. But yeah, let's figure out how an actual script would work. Let's say we need a, what would it be? Like a post-processing. Well, we could also do this in the game manager. Let's do this in the game manager. I can get rid of this. So I assume we would need to reference the post-processing volume. So we'll say protected post-processing. Oh, it's on post-render. So is it using Unity Engine .post-processing? Is that a thing? Processing. Where is it actually? I'm a little bit curious about that. URP pipeline. No, really, where are those components actually? Is it rendering? It's probably rendering, right? No. Not post-processing? And is there a post-processing? Post-process, probably volume. Or no, is there an effect? Effect settings. Not a layer. Hey, percentage guy. So we have the volume. So this is the volume. Alright. So I think I've... Okay, there we go. So let's see, volume dot... And I assume we need to like get the layer or effects? Huh. Is it the volume or is it the layer that has all the stuff that we want? The thing is on the camera, why wouldn't you have a reference? Why wouldn't you have to reference the camera? So you don't reference, I mean, maybe, but this is a component, so like this is on, so the way that cameras work in Unity is the camera itself is a component, and the post-processing volume is the thing that contains the effect. So what I'm trying to reference is I'm trying to reference this volume, and then I'm trying to get the overrides within it, but I don't know if that's how it works. And I don't think, I can't reference an effect directly like that, so it's gotta be, you've got to like reference this and then reach into it. Usually you put the volume on an empty and that you put on a separate layer. Oh. Yeah, well, you know. Let's lock this. Actually, no, let's not lock this. Let's just put this in here. Yeah, I mean, it's probably fine. It's fine. I mean, it hasn't, what you're doing, yeah. I mean, whenever I do this, whenever I add this to future games, I'll definitely try to do it the right way, but I'm just trying to mess with it right now. Yeah, so we can reference the volume. It's a question of just how we reach into the volume and actually get what we want. So, shared profile. Effect settings. Add settings. So there's settings here. That's interesting. But yeah, I don't know how you reach into this and actually grab the effect that you want. is like, this is the profile. These are the effect settings, where T is a type of post-process effect settings. And then this is the render context. Set all. How do we actually get the overrides? Oh, thank you. See profile editing. Oh. Fading volumes. Post-processing instance.quickVolume. Manager.instance.quickVolume. Append. Oh, that's amazing. Profile editing. Creates, adds, and returns a new effect of type T. Post-processing settings.add.remove.tryGet. Gets an effect from the profile and returns true if one has been found, otherwise not. So between few of them are available for free. That actually doesn't have try catch. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, it seems like we need to use try get settings. So with the try get settings, okay. So we have the volume, or not here, but if we say volume, what is it? Volume.profile dot try get settings, and then would it be lens distortion? Is that a type of setting? Yes. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I got it. So actually, we don't even need. We really just need protected lens distortion. Lens distortion. So yeah, just need to set this to that. And so this, oh right, this doesn't do that, right? Needs to be out lens distortion, yes. Though it has pcall and xpcall. I don't know what those are. Is that like, oh, that's interesting. It can infer the type. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. All right. So then in this case, in the there, we just need lens distortion that center x is equal to random protected call. I see. Okay. So random dot range. Not range. Perlin. Or is it noise? Or is it? I thought there was Perlin noise in Unity. Am I wrong? I know it doesn't. There's gotta be. There was. Is it like Perlin or something? No. Oh God, what is it? Is it vector2.perlin? No, it isn't. Or do we have to use system.math or or no, it's math.perlin, right? That's where it is. I remember now. Math.perlin noise. Right. Okay. And then we'll just use time.time as the y value. And then we can say like protected float seed. So we'll say seed, yeah, and then in the awake here, we'll set the seed to be random.range. And then this can be 0 to, yeah, it's in the random class. It's in the math class, I think, right? Yeah, math F. Yeah, I thought it was in the random too for some reason, but it's in. Alright, pcall function calls the requested function in protected mode. If some error occurs in function f, it does not throw an error. It just returns the status error, or it just returns the status of error. A simple explanation, so you can use pcall in an if statement. Ah, okay. What does it not like? cannot implicitly convert. Ah, this is a float parameter, so I would assume we say value. I assume this will work. And I think Perlin noise between that, but what we want, so this is the Perlin noise, but what we want is we want that scaled. XP call is like try catch. Yeah, so basically it's, so in C sharp the equivalent to like P call would be essentially like I don't know, some let's say action. Let's say that. I think there's actually a way to reference methods. It would be, you know, method.invoke. It'd be like, you know, try, catch, you know, exception, exception. Something of that nature. Fine, we'll put these in the right place. Then it'd be like, you know, method, something like that is the essentially the equivalent. It's just like, it'll just catch the exception for you. Yeah, okay, we need to shift this though. So we need to say that we want this from 1.0. So we want, sorry, we want -1, no. We want to multiply this by 2. And then we'll say 1 minus that. So that should give us from -1 to +1 times. That should shift it from -1 to +1. And then what we should be able to do is we can set a scale on that at some point. But right now we'll just do from -1 to 2. Then we'll do this, but we'll keep the seed over here and we'll use time.time as the x value. That way they have like different values and they're not like inverses of each other. And so it should be random all the time. So, you know, random 1 to 100, that's fine. And then we'll have a protected scale. Distortion scale. And sure, we'll set this to, I don't know, 10. That's fine. Or no, we'll say 5. And then we'll just serialize that. And then we can multiply this by the distortion scale. Alright. So I think this will work. Yes, okay. And then let's see what happens. So we are attached to that, we have the distortion scale of 10. By that I mean distortion scale 5, because I want to see. Let's check this out, see what we get. Okay. No, this is, it's like a rave. But let's not do that. Set that to 0.1. Okay, you can see it at the top here. Yeah. Yeah, that's playable. Okay. It looks like the screen's just made of liquid. Yeah, that's a little impossible to play. 0.4, no, 0.2. Yeah, probably something like that. That's a little bit much. That's funny. Just 100. There's just nothing on the screen. It just flies by every once in a while. Oh, that's funny. Okay, yeah, it just warps around. Yeah, it looks like the screen is just made of liquid at this point. But this is probably very close to playing asteroids on. Yeah, that's a little bit much. That's very much just playing asteroids on acid. That's probably exactly what it looks like too. Oh, that's great. The screen like stabilizes every once in a while. Oh my god. I think 0.3 is bearable. It's gotta be 0.2. That's the only way that it's actually playable. I mean, what we'll do, what kind of parameters does Perlin noise have? The only ones that I know is that I think it just has the 2. I think it has the x and the y. I don't think it has like the scale. No, it just has the x and the y. Because Perlin noise is just a, well, I mean, we could add like a speed parameter to it as well. Let's not. What we'll do is whenever we make like the options menu, what we'll do is we'll add settings for all these things. What if the seed regenerates every second? I mean, it could. Well, I mean, there's not really any. This is too low. Maybe this is a 0.2. There's not really any advantage to changing the seed every once in a while because it's dependent on time. So it just changes. Like, it doesn't, like, the only reason for having the seed in the first place is just so that it's not identical all the time. It needs to be 0.5. I think it's unplayable at that point. What we'll do is whenever we make the options menu, we'll make that one of the things that we put in the options, right? So if you want to, like, if you really want a game where it's like impossible to play, you can totally do that. But I think like the default settings, I mean, I'll try 0.5, but I think it's too much. Let me try 0.5. I think it's too much though. Where is it? It's in here. It's the problem that it has is that it's a little bit too much. Do you want it to be acid droids? A bad rave party. Well, yeah, you make a good point. Oh boy. Yeah, I think for the purposes of testing, though, it needs to, well, I don't know. Keep it at 0.25. For testing, we'll keep it at 0.25. But yeah, we'll definitely add it. For testing, we'll keep it at 0.25, because otherwise I can't, otherwise it's too hard for my brain to do it, to like work with it. Because it does give you a headache if it's too much. But yeah, we'll definitely put it in an options menu. And so if you want to mess with the game and make it completely unplayable, you can totally do that. But yeah, I do want to keep the defaults at least playable. Yeah, I like the idea of having it just be kind of like that. Let's actually add I don't know, let's add something that's not just this. Trying to think, what can we do? Let's add particle effects. Let's add like a little particle renderer and see what that actually looks like. I like how the ship is not drawn at the right place just because the lens distortion is there. That's funny. Yeah, let's add scale of the object changes randomly. Yeah, you could do that. Also, apparently my camera is changing randomly. Yeah, you could have like the asteroid's pulse or something. I could do that. But let's actually like work on, I don't know. Let's first add some particle effects because I do want to see what that looks like. Just really quickly. So what is it? UI 3D. Is it 3D? Oh no, it's not an object. It's a right, you add like a particle system. Whoa. Okay, not quite. Let's see here. So say the duration is 1. It does need a loop, but what I want is I don't want this to be emission. I want it to be rate over distance. So whenever we move this around, I don't know why that's not centered. That's really funny. Yeah, so when we move this around, we'll get particles, but the emission I think needs to be a point. Shape needs to be like a point. Okay, well fine, it's a sphere with a radius of 0, that's a point. Actually, we'll say the radius is, I don't know, 0.5? No, 0.2. Radius thickness can be 1, that's fine. Arc at 360. Mode is random, so I think now that'll cause, well, we don't want that. Want the initial velocity, start lifetime can be 1, start speed can be 0. So it just emits kind of like a trail. It needs to emit in not local space, but in world space. That way it'll form an actual trail behind us. What we need is we need the renderer to have an actual, I think it's particle material. Like particle, default material. Just say the sprite default. I think that's fine. That way we get a bunch of squares. And then what we'll do is we'll say the start size is random between two constants. So between 0.1 and, I don't know, 0.3. It's a little bit better. I think what we want, actually, instead of having this be the sprite's default, I kind of want this to be like a circle, right? We'll have the ship player. Actually, no, this will actually be fine. Let's have the start rotation be random between two constants. So between 0 and 90 is probably fine. Yeah, it needs different colors. I agree with you. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know if changing. Every particle has a color based on the current ship color. So I don't know if that's possible because the particles themselves share a single material. So like particles themselves share a single material, so I don't know if, I think changing that one material will actually change the color of every particle. Maybe there's a way to change the start color as part of the particle system. I think that's possible actually. So if we were to, in let's say the player component, right? What we would need to do is, I mean, not that it'll be visible at all, but we'll say protected, let's say particle system. This will be the trail. So I think what we can do is we can say that the trail dot what is it? Start color is equal to the game manager component dot instance dot color. And I think that will, oh, can we not set that? Use dot start color. What? Main dot start color? Cannot modify because it is not a variable. Oh, can you not modify? Wait, what? But particle system dot min gradient dot color. Okay. Set a constant color because it is not a variable. But it is. Okay, dot main. So this is dot get, but that's fine. So we can say particle shader, the particle shaders use vertex colors. Oh, so each one can be unique. Also, I'm invisible. Great. Well, that's good to know that each one can be unique. Yeah, I sort of thought of that with the start color, because I was like, wait a minute, you can set a minimum start, and yeah, yeah, ghost. Fading out of existence. But what's confusing me? Okay, so we can say trail.main. We have access to that because we can get it. Start color. We have a get and a set, and then color here. We have a get and a set, and this is of type color. So .start color, because it is not a variable, but it is a variable. It is. Oh, property is not equal to variable. Well, yeah, but it has a set, right? We have access to the property, like, it says it cannot modify the return value. So wait, oh, so if a property, oh, that's interesting, okay. You're right. So wait, if a variable, no, if a property is get only, it propagates that down to its children? Is that what I'm getting there? Oh my god, the camera's really messing me up right now. All right, let's just do that and then do that. Is that what I'm getting? So since main here is a property, since it's a get only property, even though I get it, it doesn't work inline like that. So wait, I can just do, so can I do just that? Main equals that. Then I can say main dot start color dot color is equal to that. Get returns a copy, then you use set. You must use set to set it back again. So var trail, so wait, in one line. But you can't do a get and a set in one line. I'm trying to modify, okay. So I'm just trying to figure out where I need to break this up. So main.start color, because it's not a variable. So if I said c.color is equal to, okay. So I'm gonna wait a second, but is this correct? Does this do what I need it to do? Or do I need to do something else? Yeah, tell me if this is correct. Let me just see what happens, actually. I'm very curious. So go to normal, and then I put this in here. Now what happens? Ooh, okay, well that doesn't work, but it is kind of interesting. For some reason this makes it much harder to, okay, it makes it harder to control because I can't see where the ship is pointed. But other than that, so what we need to do is we need to duplicate this, and this will be the trail. And then we will just remove this. Yeah, but you need to do .main equals C. Oh, really? .main equal .start color equals C. Trail.main equals C. You can't modify it because it's not a variable. Trail.main. Oh, whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. It doesn't like this? Yeah, it's not liking this. Show.main.start color is equal to C. Yeah, it doesn't. Can't modify it because it's not a variable. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like this. Hold on, let me just check really quick. Particle system programmatic. Unity API, general parameters, special main module, particle systems.play, custom particle system programming. Sorry, it's the main that you need to do. So I say c.main, c.start color, and then .main. It's the main that you need to do. It's not liking. Yeah, it doesn't like this. Hang on, let me see if there's an answer online or something that I can see with the actual code. Unity, particle system, programmatic, change color. How to set the start color in 2017? It seems the above start color equals new that. Seems that you used older versions of Unity, but it fails. Note that you have undefined behavior. Component particle system dot start color settings. Particle system dot main module settings equal get component particle system dot main. In both cases, automatically set to white. Particle system dot main module. Var that dot main and then main dot start color. But it doesn't. Oh, I'm dumb. That's why. Whoops. So that works with that, but then that doesn't work there. Interesting. I assume this doesn't work, right? What I want to do is I want to put this at the back of the, whoops. I'm going to put this at the back of the ship. And so that will modify the start color, maybe? Maybe this will work? Oh, hey! Actually, that does work. Oh, wow, nice. Okay, that's so weird. That's really weird. That's really trippy. I really like the rainbow colors. Oh, that's awesome. And yeah, they don't change. That looks amazing. That's a great idea. That's really cool. All right, let me try to change this so that it looks a little bit better. So 0.05. Oh no, I think 0.1 was actually fine. Oh no, 0.1 to 0.2, maybe? I think they were a bit large. That's the only thing. Yeah, look at that. That's amazing. It doesn't look quite right. It's not quite aligned right. So that needs to go there. Oh, whoops. It's to go like right there. Thank you. Yeah, I like that. Start lifetime. That's probably fine. What we need to do is we need to get rid of, or we need to have them fade out, I think. So color over lifetime. Let's add a alpha at 0 here. And let's move the alpha over here. That way they'll fade out over time rather than just, you know, poofing out of existence. And then how do I set the actual, I need to set the actual layer that they're on so that they're behind the player. Ooh, I don't know that that can happen. Sorting mode, that's probably fine. Sort fudge. Alignment in view, work local, no masking. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do, whatever that was. Cast shadows off, sorting layer ID. Is there a possibility? No. Okay. Well, we'll just have to work with it how it is. Yeah, there we go. I think that's kind of good. Yeah, now they warped out of existence. That's awesome. Oh, jeez, I love that. Yeah, that is the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna make a fake OS. I'm gonna go ahead and make a fake OS in Fusion because of boredom. That's cool. That's always fun to do, actually, making your own like OS system. OS, yeah, operating system. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I can't wait till we actually add the mechanics. I'm sure it'll be fun. But yeah, That brings us to like 1 o'clock, so I'm going to call it here for today. But tomorrow we might actually get to the shooting part, the mechanical part. But yeah, I love that. That looks amazing. Thank you for all the suggestions, Percentage Guy and Zaysha. This actually looks really cool. Raid Vulcan again. Yeah, I like that. That's really neat. Yeah, like I just like how the rainbow trail kind of follows it. That's really funny. Yeah, it kind of gives you like a little bit of a hint as to what your velocity is. Yeah. Oh, you can. So I didn't realize this, but you can actually fly backwards. I never realized that. That's actually funny. Yeah, you can actually fly backwards. I need to get rid of that. Yeah, you can like actually start flying backwards. Oh, that's funny. I mean, it makes about as much sense as everything else in the game, so let's actually fix that. Because in the original Asteroids you can't. Those mats with the water-filled pens, and they make the rainbow colors. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They just have the weird kind of colors on them. But yeah, this is the settings. Settings. Yeah, we could make this more efficient, but I'm not going to bother. Where is it? It's in vertical. It needs to be input vertical. Which reminds me of that type of mat. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So the input vertical needs to be greater than that. What we'll do, so say not random, but mathf dot max. Or no, we'll take the the max value of 0 and then the vertical input. So it now clamps it from 0 to 1. And yeah, something like that. And now we don't even need that. Or actually, no, we don't even need this. What am I doing? We'll just clamp it right here. Yeah, there we go. Hey Omar, how's it going? So brace your eyes. I don't know if you've seen this, but yeah, Omar, brace your eyes. So I didn't use stream. I did. What do you mean why didn't I stream? What stream did I miss? Yeah, look at this. Zaysha and Percentage Guy have been recommending things all day, and so we're making asteroids. Oh, yesterday. I did yesterday. Yeah, inducing acid droids. Yesterday, I think I did. No, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I think we were working on asteroids yesterday. We weren't doing this part though. But yeah, this is what they've had me get up to. So. Oh yeah, you were there. Maybe are the. Oh yeah, Rated Vulcan. Oh, that's what you meant by Rated Vulcan. Okay. Is he streaming again? Yeah, we'll raid Vulcan then. Where are the Klingons? We'll raid Vulcan. I don't think that's how that worked in the Star Trek universe, but you know, I'm gonna pretend. Okay, yeah, if he's streaming, I'll raid him. If my internet will ever load Twitch, of course. So my internet's not loading Twitch. Twitch.tv. There we go, thank you. Oh, I can, right. So, Vulcan Storm. What you did with that overlay. So the overlay. I sent you, so Omar, I don't know if you saw it, but I actually sent you an email talking about all the stuff for the overlay. You might check your junk folder. If you responded, I did not see it, so I'll have to check that. But yeah, did you tell me in the chat if you got the email and if you responded? But let me try. If we say raid of Vulcan, oh, it doesn't tell me. So can you put the username in the chat again, percentage guy? Because I need to see. Is it Vulcan Storm with the underscore? Is that what it is? This is where Twitch is getting progressively slower. Yeah, I think Twitch is having some issues. Okay, so it's /raid Vulcan Storm. Is that how you do that? I think that is. It's not letting me, and I don't know why. Oh, there we go.